Well, I have with me Rolly and Tracy, members of our church who are serving faithfully in our North Point venue. Thank you for taking time to come and chat with us and share your story a little bit. How did you guys come to Christ?
I was 18 and I'd grown up in a secular family, and my cousin got saved and started coaching a hockey team, and it was a Christian team, and Rolly played on the team. So Rolly led me to the Lord.
I accepted Christ when I was 21, and it was a big change for me. I was kind of living just a life of doing whatever I wanted to do, and I needed a change, and I realized my need that I was searching for was Christ. And I was brought up in a Catholic family, and so I had a lot of, my mom for one was a born again believer. There was a group of us basically that were seeking God, and we were all partying, doing all that, but in the midst of that, there was probably, I don't know, at least 10 friends that became Christians at the same time. Almost within a year. It was like pretty amazing.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you became Christians, you're young adults really. And how long did it take you to figure out that saved people serve people, that you need to get involved, that you need to be helpful, that you need to be doing your part?
It wasn't until I actually got plugged in and stayed at one church that I realized that there's a lot of things to do. And it was easy to get involved because there was such a need. And it didn't matter whether you figure you had the gift to do it or not, you just discovered it by doing it.
For me, I didn't really feel like I had anything to offer as far as serving, and so I kind of sat back, and I think it was really because we had a pastor who just liked to place people in positions, and he really encouraged me to, move into children's ministry, so I did, and it started there, and I just continued to see areas where I grew in.
Well, wonderful, and in my observation, and I love you guys. It seems to me as I watch you live out your faith, if there's something to do, you just do it. You said to just always be there. And that means so much to the Neighbourhood Church and the North Point venue, and it's such a blessing to Pastor Don on us, so I bless you. What effect has serving had on your life?
I've been on both sides of the fence where I haven't been involved and I've been involved, and the benefits outweigh by a long shot being involved. And it's not always convenient, but it's
easy or even fun.
Or even fun, yeah. It can be, family can be, sometimes difficult, but there's a definite blessing that falls upon those who decide to because it does take a little bit of work. When Christ called me, he didn't call me to be a spectator, but to be involved.
He calls us to something greater than just being a spectator. What would you say to those who are wondering if they should get involved?
I would say you should definitely get involved, and if you have gifts that you know that you already have or passions, speak to the leadership in that area and offer your services, and they will just come alongside you and help you grow in that. And if you don't think so, if you don't think you have anything to offer, honestly, still go to somebody and ask if you can volunteer, because they'll see something in you and they'll be able to place you in the right area, and you'll see yourself grow. And the thing I loved about serving is, because it doesn't come natural, and I was very insecure about things, is that I really had to rely on God to get me through a lot of that. And we kind of we didn't coin the phrase, but happily terrified. And it's stepping into an area where you're terrified, but you're happy to do it because God wants you to do it.
Hey, thanks for coming in and talking. And I just invite everybody who's listening to get happily terrified, because saved people serve people.